project, a little invention of mine I wanted you to see. I'd like your input. You tell me whether or not you think you've seen this before, because I can't find a product like it. And you tell me whether or not you can think of anything else we might be able to use this for in the work that you do. This is it. Pretty simple. Okay, now what I've done here is I've taken 2 layers of, like a big roll of Scotch tape, is what it looks like when I start. And this stuff is the stuff you cover carpets with in heavy traffic when there's still construction going on and they've got the carpet in but they don't want to mess it up. So 2 layers of this are essentially stuck together, and in between them is a layer of good old-fashioned garden fencing. Okay, now this fencing could be any gauge. I think this is like 16. It's real lightweight, but it's still real sturdy. So what it is pretty much embossed fencing is the best easy description of it. Again, I've never seen the product just like this before, and I want to show you some of the ways you can use it. I'm sure you can imagine some right now. So if I cut the tape for a minute and walk away, it's because this isn't exactly a professional production. This is your first homegrown infomer. There's the basic use of it right there. Now, in a real small radius, you can use this, seal it off, and use it to move air. You can pretty much make it airtight with two layers of sealant, one on the inside and one on the outside. But you could run a 100-foot roll if you started with it in a roll going this way. But you can see, in terms of what you do, is how many things you could use this for in terms of early crops. If you want to protect your roses, if you've got frost coming on and you've got an emergency situation, a roll of this stuff would come in real handy for the things you really knew you had to save, and it could be rolled up and stored in a corner of the building. Now the idea is to produce these in 100-foot rolls, and I'm interested not just in patenting this, which I already have the patent instruction applied for, which is just a simple 3-roller system and then a heat seal, and seal the plastic with heat rather than with chemicals. And you know, I've done print rollers, and I've done fiberglass production, and a number of roller type productions. And this would be pretty simple to put together, but the machine itself would be unique and therefore patentable, I'm pretty sure. So as a product, it's got thousands of uses. You can imagine, I mean, put it over the windows during a hurricane. You know, take it out and, you know, imagine again, we've got 100-foot rolls. You can literally make a greenhouse out of this stuff. It's real sturdy, and you pull it real tight, and you can make it in 2 layers, double it up, and you basically can have an insulated space between those 2 layers and maintain whatever temperature you want inside. Also, one of the handiest parts about it is it is real versatile in terms of being able to bend it and shape it and mold it in other shapes. But if you wanted to take a 100-foot roll of this and go out to any old strawberry patch and turn it the other way here, all of a sudden you got a 100-foot roll that a couple workers could, just by working their way down a roll, staking it in flat, and they're working their way down and put a nice little dome over the top of any long row. Like I said, that's a 100-foot roll, and you saw how quick that was. Well, you can imagine just rolling out 100 feet of it. And this is actually a sample size. This is really, it should be 4 feet tall, as tall as the fencing would be, 4 feet tall, and as long as roll wants to be. However, I have been told that this size itself would be marketable in a hardware store just about anywhere. And even retail, buying this material retail, cutting the chunk out and taping it all together, this thing's still going to run less than about $7 or $8, and could probably be produced for about $2 or $3 for something like this, and sold for anywhere from $10 to $15. And again, the uses are unlimited. I mean, your imagination is the only boundary to using this product. For all the people I've talked to, I have yet found somebody that didn't personally have an application for it for their particular endeavors. And one fellow does concrete work, and he says one of the things they run into is they like to lay plastic over the top of the concrete while it's curing, but then they have to lay bricks and stuff on top of it. Well, this stuff, they can lay it out and stake it out over the top of a new slab or a new sidewalk, and it keep it so that it would be real slow to dry up, and it makes the concrete a lot better that way. Another fellow that does scaffolding says that a lot of the people they do work for, especially back east and where the weather's bad, they want to work in the winter, so they put scaffolding up, and then they put clear plastic around the scaffolding. Well, this stuff, you can cut into sheets that fit your scaffolding, and roll them up and unroll them and wire them up anytime you needed them. And you know, this isn't disposable, but it's the kind of stuff you can replace if you need to. You wouldn't have to replace it very much, especially if it was heat sealed. So I'm sending